Imagine this. You hear whispers about a magical midnight circus that appears only when the clock strikes 12. Imagine this. Once a year, as the moon shines just right and the air fills with a mysterious buzz, a magical market comes to town. This isn't your ordinary flea market. It's a place where humans and witches mingle, where the air crackles with magic and every stall holds wonders untold. Imagine this. You're wandering in a dense, mysterious forest, and something catches your eye. It's an egg, unlike any you've ever seen. Large and shimmering with colours that seem to change in the light. How did you find this extraordinary egg? Think about the moment the egg starts to crack. What does the baby dragon look like as it emerges? Imagine this. Once a year, as the moon shines just right and the air fills with a mysterious buzz, a magical market comes to town. This isn't your ordinary flea market. It's a place where humans and witches mingle, where the air crackles with magic and every stall holds wonders untold. This year, by sheer luck or perhaps fate, you find yourself standing at the entrance. What will you discover inside, and how will it change your life? First, picture the market. Where is it hidden? Is it nestled between skyscrapers? Hidden in an ancient forest? Or does it appear in the heart of your town square, visible only to those who believe? What sights, sounds and smells greet you as you step through its invisible barriers? As you wander the stalls, think about the items you might see. What magical goods are up for trade, and what catches your eye? Is it a potion that promises to reveal secrets? A book that whispers only truths? Or perhaps something unexpected? An item that might seem mundane but holds incredible power. Who runs the stalls at this market? Are they friendly witches offering enchanted sweets, or grumpy wizards guarding mystical artifacts? Maybe you meet a mysterious figure cloaked in shadows, offering you the items that will change your life. Are there areas for good? Are there areas for evil? Maybe other magical creatures sell their wares here. What are their stories? What roles do they play in the magic that unfolds? But as with all great magic, comes great responsibility. Or so the saying goes. What consequences follow your discoveries? Do your purchases bring joy, unleash chaos, or perhaps both? How does your purchase or purchases affect your daily life? And what challenges do you face as you learn of its powers? Consider the rules of this magic market. Can anyone make a trade, or are there magical prices to be paid? What happens if trade goes wrong? And is there a way to reverse it? Every story needs conflict. What or who stands in your way as you seek to understand the newfound magic? Is it a rival who seeks the same power, the same trinket? A guardian of magical law enforcing the market's ancient rules? Or maybe the consequences of the item itself? As you weave through this tale, how do you resolve the tensions that arise? Do you find an ally with the market's mystical crowd? Learn a lesson about the true nature of magic? Or perhaps make a sacrifice to restore balance? Your adventure through the magical market is a journey of curiosity, challenge, and change. Remember, in this market, every choice has a price. Every stall holds a story, and every discovery can alter the fabric of your world. What will you trade, and what will you take home? The magic is in your hands. Always remember, happy writing! In your town, as everyone's eyes grow heavy and the night deepens, something unexpected happens between the hours of midnight and 1 a.m. Pets, those faithful companions that chase balls and nap in sunbeams, suddenly begin to talk, and any human awake can understand them. But what would they say if they had just 1 hour to communicate with you? First, let's dream up our main characters. Picture yourself, maybe a friend, in pajamas, startled by a voice. Is it deep, squeaky, or just hilariously unexpected? Now, imagine that voice belongs to your pet. Could it be Max the mischievous cat or Bella the bubbly bunny? What sort of personalities does your pet hide beneath those furry, feathery or scaly exteriors? From your pet's view, how do they see the world? How do they view you, their human? Are you a colossal titan with unexpected moods, or a gentle giant who shares treats? And oh, the stories they'd tell. Maybe tales of ancestors from faraway jungles, or simply the joy of a sunny spot on a cold day. Now the fun part. What kind of chit-chat unfolds between you two? Does your pet discuss the art of chasing its tail, or share its top 5 favourite treats? Think about how this conversation can highlight the quirks, fun and memories you both share. But wait, why is this happening now? What's so special about this particular night? Is it the magic of a rare blue moon? The shimmer of a passing comet? Or maybe an old forgotten spell now coming to life? And how does your room or home transform during this magical hour? Do the shadows seem to dance? And just as the hour began, it winds down. Does your pet make you promise to remember or ask you to forget? Maybe they share a mission for you, a little task that'll make their daily life even better. As you venture into this story, remember, there's a world of possibility in that one magical hour, a bond deepened, secrets unveiled, and a friendship like no other. Happy writing! Imagine this, a city where secrets cast long shadows, two best friends discover powers beyond their wildest dreams. You and your best friend are those bearers of superpowers. Together, you've decided to become the protectors the city needs. But every story has its villain, the mayor, a figure lurking in the shadows, consuming the powers of superheroes to strengthen his own dark might. He proposes a deal. Betray your friend and join him, and rewards will follow. Here's where things get interesting. Your friend gets the same deal, and if you both decide not to take the villain's deal, you will both lose your powers. Delve deeper and consider what personal beliefs make the decision daunting for each of you. Have past promises or incidents made this even more conflicting? As you weigh the offer, what other challenges arise? Is it just the lurking threat of the mayor? Or perhaps the fear that your friend might turn on you? How do the powers you've discovered mirror who you truly are? Are they a reflection of your dreams, fears, or perhaps past? As for the mayor, what drives him to consume these powers? Or is there a scared memory, a turning point from his past that made him this villain? Picture the city you're in. Is it lit by neon lights or hidden under a cloak of mist and intrigue? How does the city change with the mayor's looming offer? Are there whispered tales in alleyways or hopeful stories shared on rooftops? The challenges they face are not just external. The real battle rages within, where doubts, fears and loyalty intertwine. How do they communicate their fears and hopes? A silent glance is exchanged across a crowded square, or is it a confrontation in a rain-soaked rooftop? As they juggle their superpowered identities with daily life, how does it strain their relationship with their families, their school and with each other? This tale isn't just about superpowers and villains. It's about trust, choices and the grey lines between right and wrong. And remember, happy writing! Imagine this. You hear whispers about a magical midnight circus that appears only when the clock strikes 12. The air fills with aroma of popcorn and candy apples as you approach the grand illuminated tents. But what mysteries does this circus hold? As you step inside, who is the first person you meet? Maybe it's a juggler with eyes that change colours, or a tightrope walker who floats like a feather. What's special about them? How do they guide you through the wonders of the circus? Now, picture the main attraction that captures your heart. Is it the acrobat swinging under the starlit sky, or a magician who can turn night into day? How does this act make you feel? Excited, scared, amazed? But not everything is as it seems. What secrets is this circus hiding? Is there a hidden door behind the clown's laughter, or a cryptic message in the fortune teller's crystal ball? How do you uncover these secrets? And remember, every hero faces a challenge. What fear must you conquer here? Is it the fear of heights as you climb the giant Ferris wheel? or facing a mysterious creature in a house of mirrors. Perhaps you discover something incredible and magical about yourself. Do you find that you can communicate with the animals or conjure illusions with your hands? How does this change the experience of the circus? But then the unexpected happens, a sudden twist, a problem that throws everything into chaos. What is it? And how do you face it? Does it involve saving the circus from vanishing or helping a performer in peril? Through this, who stands by you? A new friend with feathers in her hair, or a talking tiger with wise words? How do these friends shape your adventure? As the night reaches its climax, what critical choice do you have to make? Is it a daring rescue, a difficult goodbye, or a leap of faith under the moonlight? And finally, how does it all end? Does the circus disappear as mysteriously as it appeared, leaving behind a token of magic just for you? Or do you run away with the circus? Is it where you belong? The Midnight Circus leaves a mark on every heart that wanders into its enchanting realm. What mark has it left on yours? And as always, happy writing! Imagine a mysterious grove of whispering trees hidden deep within the woods near your neighbourhood. You and your friends discover this enchanting place, and it's up to you to unravel the ancient legend behind the whispers. To bring this story to life, start by creating your main character. Think about their names, ages, and personalities. What hobbies and interests do they have? Consider their strengths and weaknesses, and how these traits will affect their journey. Describe the location of the woods and the atmosphere of the mysterious grove. What unique features make this place memorable? Consider how the setting influences your character and their actions. As you develop the plot, consider how your characters discover the grove of whispering trees. What clues and riddles do they find? How do they work together to solve the puzzles? Describe the obstacles or setbacks they encounter along the way, and how they overcome them to reveal the ancient legend. Let's focus on building tension in your story. Describe moments that create suspense or anticipation, and how your characters react to these situations. What challenges do they face while trying to solve the mystery of the whispering trees? And how does the tension rise as they get closer to the truth or face new challenges? Finally, think about the conflict in your story. Conflict is the struggle or problem that your characters face. It can be something outside of themselves, like trying to solve the mystery, or something inside themselves, like overcoming fear or doubt. How does this conflict affect your characters and their relationship with each other? Describe the challenges or obstacles that arise as a result of the conflict, and how your characters find a way to resolve it. Let your imagination run wild. Explore relationships between your characters and dive deep into the mystery of the whispering trees. Good luck and happy writing! Imagine this. You're stepping into the Emotional Academy, a place unlike any other, where emotions are not just feelings but students learning to navigate the complex world of human hearts. Picture vast halls filled with colours, each hue representing a different emotion training for their ultimate test, the real world. Think about where this academy might be. Is it nestled in a cloud, hidden in plain sight, or perhaps in a dimension parallel to our own? Visualize the various departments, from the fiery pits of anger management to the serene halls of serenity studies. How do these emotions get to this magical place? Is there a whirlwind portal, a beam of light, or something entirely unexpected? As these emotions prepare, they face the final exam, a daunting task where they must influence a human's day without breaking the sacred rules of engagement. What scenarios might they face, and what constraints limit their influence? But who governs this mystical academy? Is it an ancient wise sadness, a council of elderly joys, or a democratic assembly of diverse emotions? Consider the laws that bind them, the conflicts that arise, and the manner in which harmony is restored. Picture each emotion as a character, with its own unique appearance and personality. How does joy differ from sadness? Not just in feeling, but in form. What challenges does each face? What tools do they call upon? or allies do they need to overcome? Dive into the social fabric of the academy. Are there cliques and rivalries? How do these dynamics affect their education and relationships? Finally, envision your story's hero. Are they a lone fear, facing its own shadows, or a coalition of happiness, anger, and curiosity, each bringing something unique to the table? What trials will they endure, and how will they shape their journey? As tension mounts, how will your character confront and overcome the obstacles that stand between them and their destiny? What will be the resolution that marks the end of their academy days and the beginning of their real-world influence? And as always, remember, happy writing! Imagine this. You're wandering in a dense, mysterious forest and something catches your eye. It's an egg, unlike any you've ever seen. Large and shimmering with colours that seem to change in the light. How did you find this extraordinary egg? Think about the moment the egg starts to crack. What does the baby dragon look like as it emerges? Is it fiery red, deep blue, or emerald green? What's the first thing it does? Now decide, do you keep the dragon a secret or tell someone about your incredible discovery? Who would you trust with such a big secret and why? Caring for a dragon is no small task. What kind of challenges do you face? Is it finding food that a dragon likes or keeping it hidden from curious neighbours? Imagine the bond that forms between you and the dragon. What makes your relationship special? Does the dragon have unique abilities that surprise you? With every magical creature comes unforeseen problems. What happens that you didn't expect? Does the dragon accidentally set something on fire or attract unwanted attention? There's always a conflict in a good story. Is someone trying to take the dragon away, or does it have a hidden destiny you need to help it fulfill? How does taking care of the dragon change you? Maybe you become braver or learn the importance of responsibility. What's your biggest lesson? Perhaps there's an adventure waiting for you and your dragon. Where would you go? Are there hidden treasures to find, or mysteries in the forest to unravel? Now think about how your story resolves. How do you deal with the conflict or challenge? Does your dragon stay with you, or does it have to return to its own world? Consider the impact of the dragon on those around you. How do your friends and family react to this magical creature? And finally, what future do you imagine for your dragon? Does it grow to be mighty, a guardian, or does it have a different destiny? As your story comes to close, reflect on the journey. Is it a tale of friendship, adventure, or something else? How does it end? Happy writing! Imagine this. Deep in the ocean, a young merperson discovers a mysterious amulet in a sunken shipwreck. What secrets does this amulet hold, and what is its connection to the ancient powers of the sea? Think about the moment of discovery. Where exactly do they find the amulet, and what draws them to it? Is the amulet hidden in a chest, entangled in seaweed, or clutched in the hands of a statue? Visualize the amulet. What does it look like? Are there unique symbols or gemstones embedded in it? How does the merperson feel the instant they touch it? Now consider the amulet's power. Does it control water, create whirlpools, or even communicate with marine life? How does the merperson first realize the amulet's potential? Imagine the challenges in mastering this power. Are there any unintended consequences or funny mishaps as they learn? Reflect on how the amulet changes their daily life. Does it bring new responsibilities or dangers? How does it affect the standing in their mer community? Ponder whether the merperson keeps the amulet a secret. If they share its existence, who do they trust and why? Think about the impact of the amulet's power on the surrounding environment. Does it bring harmony or cause disruption? Consider the conflicts that arise. Is there someone else who seeks the amulet's power? How does the Merperson handle this threat? Explore the changes in relationships. How do friends and family react to this newfound power? Is there jealousy, fear, or admiration? Contemplate any moral dilemmas the Merperson faces. When is it right or wrong to use the amulet's power? Imagine an adventure spurred by the amulet. Does it lead to hidden realms or forgotten histories? Uncover the mysteries of the amulet. Where does it come from? And what is its true purpose? As the story unfolds, how does it resolve? What becomes of the amulet, and what lessons does the Merperson learn? It's up to you to decide. And as always, remember, happy writing. Imagine this. In a vast world divided into 4 realms, each season is guarded by a dedicated knight. The autumn night, representing the rustling leaves, cool breezes, and bountiful harvests, serves as the protector of the fall realm. What secrets and stories lie behind the armour of this guardian? What symbols or elements from nature signify the autumn night? Maybe it's the rustling of dried leaves, the warm hues of a setting sun, the comforting aroma of pumpkin spice. How might the night's personality echo the essence of autumn? Think of this delicate dance between the end of something beautiful and the heralding of a fresh start. In this vast world, other nights safeguard their respective seasonal realms. How does the autumn night differ from, say, the spring night or the winter night? Picture the contrast in their demeanour, powers, and even attire. Do they always get along? Do their differences spark confrontation? The realm of autumn is a canvas of magic and splendour. How does it transform under the autumn night's watchful gaze? Visualize woodlands painted with fiery hues and towns bustling in harvest jubilation. And as for the inhabitants, how do they commemorate the embrace of autumn? Are they dancers beneath the golden canopies, feasts, or age-old rituals? Yet every tale has its trials. What if something threatened the equilibrium of the seasons? Imagine a force attempting to meld or jumble the seasons. How would our autumn night respond to each adversities, especially in contrast to their nightly counterparts? As your story unfolds, consider its pivotal moments. Is there a grand festivity or an unforeseen twist? It might be a solstice gathering where allegiances are tested, or perhaps an unveiling of a hidden aspect of the autumn night's power. The allure of this narrative is in your creative hands. Venture into this world, mould its characters, and craft a tale rich in seasons, valor, and epic undertakings. Happy writing! Imagine a world bathed in sunlight, where the summer never fades. Today, we'll weave a spellbinding fantasy in an eternal summer land. Let's get started. In the heart of fantasy lies world building. What does your landscape look like in an endless summer? Are there lush forests or maybe sprawling deserts? What creatures have adapted to this climate? What are the seasons like? The weather? Now let's think about society. How do the people live? Are there floating cities to escape the heat? Maybe they're all underground. What kind of customs, festivals and traditions are celebrated in honour of the sun, water, the moon? Do people speak different languages? Do they write differently? What does it look like? The setting is where the magic breathes life. How does the never-ending summer affect the daily life of the inhabitants? Think about their clothing, food and shelters. Are there any special plants or resources only found in the world? What's valuable here? How do you pay for things? Money or something else? An eternal summer can't be all sunshine and roses. What issues arise? Water scarcity, unrelenting heat, maybe creatures that cause trouble. Think about how the society manages or struggles with these challenges. Now, let's craft our characters who face those challenges. A water mage trying to quench thirsty lands, a scientist inventing cooling shelters, or a rogue with a creature companion seeking a legendary artifact to bring back the seasons. What personal struggles do they have? How do the challenges of the world intertwine with their personal quest? Are there any antagonists, villains, who benefit from the endless summer and thus stand in their way. And that's your canvas, young writers, a land of eternal summer. Until next time, happy writing.